Because you're lying.
Yeah, but I like the echo. It's something I believe in.
So that makes it okay.
That makes sense.
Alright, let's go 3c squared. Oh man, it's a big echo once I get over here. And these are a little bit easier when the factors of your first term are pretty much set. You know on this first one on this, you're going to have a 3c and c.
Minus, minus.
Right? The signs are going to be the same. They have to be minus, minus. Okay, so let's see if we can make this work. Now, there's a possibility that there isn't a combination, and we'd call that prime. It's not factorable. So let's see, our factors of 5 are 1 and 5. So let's try 5 and 1. If we do our outsides, that gives us a negative 3c. Do our insides, that gives us a negative 5c. Is that what we want there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So there it is.
Oh, it's kind of, oh, okay. I thought we were trying to find the first one still.
I don't.
I understand it now. I was just like, where's the,
Let's throw one up here that's a little more difficult.
Yes.
Oh.
Okay.
What is this? What is here?
Alright. Yes.
Can't you have 2C, 2C, and 3 and 1?
There's different combinations we could have on this one. Yes, Zach. You could have, our possibilities for these factors would be 2c and 2c, or 3c and 1c. Which is going to be a matter of,
4C.
I'm sorry, 4c and 1. 4c and 1. And then for 3, we still only have one pair, which would be 3 and 1. So our signs are going to be different, so we don't know where they're going to be at yet. We're just going to have to work with this a little bit. So let's start off by going 2c, 2c. 2c and 2c. We do know the signs have to be different. So I'm going to put plus and minus. And then just stick 3. I'm wanting a positive value. So the 3 needs to be with the positive. Because if I put it with the negative, then it'll give me a bigger negative number. So I'm going to go 3 here and 1 there. Now let's multiply this out. The outsides gives me a value of negative 2c. Inside gives me a value of plus 6c. And that gives me a value of, wow, that was lucky.
touchdown.
How?
I just thought there's like the factor things, because you can factor the first one, and then you can just do it plus
One
minus.
always.
When
we are. So for 9c squared, we do c, 3c, and 3c. Are we looking for, like, if they have, like if it's like a square root, basically, because the square root of 4 would be 2, because it'd be 4 times.
It worked out to be 2 and 2. But I could have, if I hadn't guessed right, it was a matter of getting lucky on my first guess there. Is putting 4c and 1c, and then match and see if the 3 works with it. Now, you can start, as you do this, you'll start becoming a little more comfortable and start going, okay, number sense wise, this is going to have to fall in this range for this to work. Okay? If you think about this and you go, well, I can't match up my 4 and my 3, because that'll give me a value of 12, and inside here I'd have 1, that's going to be too big to give me a 4c. So you kind of, if you do a little bit of that number crunching, that'll help. Danny?
I have a saying for luck. A blind pig finds an acorn every once in a while.
That's right, and I have one too. I'd rather be lucky than good.
Yeah. Wait, why would you? No.
Would you rather be lucky when you go into the casino, or would you rather be good at it?
We'd rather be lucky.
I'm good at this too.
I just learned how to
See,
count cards.
luck is based
I wanna
on
be good
numbers,
at
though.
blackjack. So you'd be good
What
at
percent of
cards.
luck would you have? Would you have 50%?
100% luck.
100%? Whoa, I'd be lucky.
I'm so confused. What is this concept?
Oh, it's backwards.
Whoa.
It's backwards.
Yes, it is.
We need to rewrite it.
Yes, we do.
So I'm going to have negative 8k squared plus 6k plus 9.
Divide.
Now take the negative out of each.
Take the negative out of each. So take a negative 1 out. Woo! That was right here.
Where's the dynamite?
Woo!
I freaking jumped out of my seat.
There you go.
I saw
You
the
like
lightning.
white.
I didn't know. I was like, what was that?
Oh, yeah.
I saw
Oh,
the
yeah.
light flickered first. The clock flickered and then.
There's
That's
the
our
plug.
mouse.
I heard it crackling before I
Oh
hit
yeah,
it.
it's like lightning, lightning tag.
But yeah, look at the.
No, the clock's
The clock.
It's because it's reset.
And then the little intercom's gonna come on. Oh, I'm not a kid. I got to wait 3 more hours. Are you kidding?
Is this how the beating thing be? I've got to wait now.
Mr. Clevenger, how's that for
We were very lucky there, Danny. We didn't get struck.
Why did you say
Oh,
me?
Mr. Clevenger,
Is that-
a storm chaser got hit by lightning, like a lightning hit his antenna on his car, and it went like all. It never. He never got electrocuted because it went through the tires.
Right, he was grounded.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why you're safe with lightning being a vehicle that. Yes.
My sister,
remember
one of
when I
her
was in your
patients is
car.
like a guy that got struck by lightning when he was 25 years old, and he's 35 now. But like he was out golfing, and it was starting to storm bad, and he went to go pick up his ball, and he had the golf club, and it struck him. And his friend was right next to him. His friend got knocked out, but when he woke up, he ran and got help. And then,
So is he mentally challenged then now?
Yeah, he's
Because of-
completely dependent.
So he got messed up bad.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Why are we
Danny,
talking
let's-
about this?
My mom, she was driving like a Suburban or something, and it hit. She got struck by lightning. The car did,
Uh-huh.
and it hit the antenna of the car, and it completely melted the
Yeah,
antenna.
sure.
And some of her friends were in the car with her, and they all said that it flashed blue inside the car, and that one of the girls was completely deaf for an hour. I like
Yep.
to be that girl that was deaf.
Okay, so we had a softball tournament a couple weekends ago, and Shalom was playing with us, and it was Shelby, me, and Shalom. And it started like storming, and so we're like all running to our cars. Well, one of the coaches was like, first thing you do is take off your metal cleats, and then there's like us 3 rebels that just start running towards the car.
I didn't
Their
care a
metal
bit.
cleats
You're gonna
off.
beat the lightning instead of. All right, so we factor this one down. Now that we have the negative factored out, our factors for 8k, we could use 1 and 8,
We can use 4 and 4.
2 and 4.
Oh my bad.
That's it for our options on that. And then 9, we can use 9 and 1, 3 and 3. So it's a. So let's try to use some number sense here. I don't know exactly how this is going to work out, but we need a value of 6 when we get done, something that way. So if I were to take 8 and 9 and put them opposite each other, that'd give me 72. That'd already be out. Okay, so I don't want to look at that. Why don't we start with, what do you want to try? 2 and 4 and 3 and 3? Let's see what happens with that. So 2k, 4k, and 3 and 3. Signs are going to be different, but the bigger value needs to be negative. What's going to give me a bigger value here? The outsides or the insides?
Inside.
Danny? Brett?
Can
Luke?
we just not put the factor the negative out and make it negative?
Factor the negative out.
Yeah, that was.
So that because you don't want to have to mess with negative signs in front of this first term here. Okay, trust me. Right. So if we do our outsides now, that gives us 6k, a positive 6k. Do our insides, look at what we get here.
There we go.
6 plus
Oh,
or
it's
minus
negative.
is a negative 6k. Isn't that what we want?
No, we want 6K. Yes.
Yeah.
We want
Yes.
this
Oh.
now because we factored out the
Yeah.
negative.
Then, yeah.
So that is what we want. So we guessed right on that.
That's twice in a row.
Sometimes
Don't change it.
it's usually unless if you'd have had the value of 72 up here or 68, you know you're dealing with a bigger value. So you'd think, okay, then we're going to use 8 and 9 instead. We haven't had a good old lightning thunderstorm.
Shay's over here holding her ears.
Shay, are you okay?
When it does that, you can see the screen.
Yeah.
It's over. I like that.
And that took a second because I heard the thunder before it started rocking. So your assignment is open up your iPad and go to your iXL app.
This will be fun.
And I'm going to have to look and see which one it is I want you to do.
I mean,
Yeah.
guys,
Oh, it's really hot now.
It warmed up quickly, didn't it?
Shay,
this is the best math class
do you
ever.
not like thunderstorms?
Hey, look at Dawn.
I do. I like going
I thought
outside
it was
and
really
talking
hard,
about
and then
Stop.
what do we got to?
I don't know what that was. You have it open.
What is?
What's it called?
So, my uncle was out driving, he was driving back to Kansas City, and it started storming really bad, and lightning literally hit one of the poles, and it fell like right in front of his car, and
That'd be awesome.
I was in like when we were under a tornado, and there was just like tornadoes coming,
tornado,
got
like,
them touching
we're
down, they
talking
flew back up, and I sat out on the porch and watched them with my grandpa. It was
That
so
would be pretty cool.
it's awesome.
My dad used to be a storm
Go.
watcher. Mr. Clevenger, my dad used to be a storm watcher, and you know the cemetery hill near Farlington, where the cemetery is, he used to have to always go up there and watch the storms roll in and everything.
Okay, I want you to go to
Algebra 1.
AA, Algebra 1, and then you'll scroll down to AA, which is after Z.
AAKK.
Sorry.
Point 4, or the fourth one, and practice factoring these. Now you're going to have about 20 questions that you can work on. When you're done with that, when you run out of those, you can go to the website, ixl.com, and you can access some more to practice with. You have about 12 minutes of class. This is what I want you to do. This is your assignment.
You do all of them?
Just start working through them. Algebra 1, AA, 4.
Okay, so what if it's online?
Go online? You can go online, do it. It'll give you the same opportunity, so go to AA 4 there. And you click on that, and it'll do the same thing basically.
okay, so like which one's?
4.
Wait.
Right, right.
How many did we do?
So they give you some scrap paper. As many as you can do, as they'll allow you to do.
Oh. Did you?